Right, legends, welcome along to this little introduction to Patreon, essentially here for Coins Age Media / Here's Your Others. I'm not sure how to title this thing right now because it is what it is. My brand is Coins Age Media, more or less, but the brand that I'm kind of putting myself out on normally is Here's Your Others, because my name is Rodney Stewart, and of course that is a name that is, the copyright is owned by a singer. Let's just put it that way. But what I wanted to do with this little video here is for Patreon on its own, so it's an unlisted video. The only way you can get it is through the Patreon account channel. And essentially what I want to say right here is, I don't want your money. I know that's the stupidest thing that you're likely to hear somebody saying on Patreon right now. If they're on Patreon, they're there because it's a place where a creator can get a little bit of funding and there from people that are interested in helping them out. That's what the site is for. But I don't want your money. Not now. I want to make that as clear as possible heading forward. We are just about to head into a time where funds for people in general are going to be very, very tight moving forward. I'm very much aware of the global situation that we're all in. But what I want from you right now is your consideration. Only your consideration. I literally, if you can afford and you want to help out a fellow creator, I would be highly, highly grateful for it. And the sacrifice that you'd be making is phenomenal. So I know exactly where we're at, and I just want to make it clear right now that I understand. I know what the score is. Like, we're all getting it tight and it's only going to get worse. But I do, at this point, want to start putting content out there as far as the stuff that I'm working on in the background. And that's not going to happen anytime soon. I made the decision a long, long time ago when it came to indie film content that I would never head forward again in it without it being funded to a point where we at least broke even on it. I have seen countless times in the past, not just myself, but people I know that are interested in this or into exactly the same sort of thing, and we all end up in these bullshit groups where we're helping each other out and whatnot. And it's just, it worked back in, say, 2010, 2011, 2012. Those sorts of groups were good. They would have helped you out, got stuff made, and it all depended on getting your stuff online and the right people seeing it. But those days are far gone, unless you're creating stuff on a consistent basis these days, and like putting yourself out there every day of the week. It's going to be, it's just, the fact of the matter is, it's just getting more and more difficult to get seen. Doesn't matter how good or bad your content is. You could make the next Godfather right now as an indie creator and stick it online, and that could sit at the bottom of the search engine simply because you haven't been uploading for a while before. It could be your first ever video, it could be the best video ever made, but it could sit there in the search engine and maybe never be seen. That's just the nature of the beast. It's where we're at right now. It's just it is frustrating, I know, as creators, but yeah, throughout all those times with those groups, we got a few things done. I got one project on conclusion. You'll see it on the page right here. But I invested 10 years of my life, 7 years of my life into that project from the beginning, from conception to getting it completed. It was a 7-year stretch, and I came out of that no better off than I did going into it. It's a good film. I enjoy it. It's very personal to me. It's based on my own past as a man in his late teens, going into his early 20s, mid 20s, and very, very personal story. But it's one that from a financial perspective, it was a complete loss. And even though there was a partial piece of funding in there, but at the end of the day, coming out the far end of that there was, like, I didn't even break even on that. And everything else that came before it was also not even breaking even on it. And just running the pages and sites and keeping hold of the domain names that I currently have for just the free content I'm putting out there, it's all out of pocket, not breaking even. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast once again. Today, in today's world, it is what it is. You can make stuff, it'll never get seen, and you're always going to be playing a losing game unless you're creating stuff on a consistent basis. But to be trying to create indie film content, big content like that, short film conclusions, you're always going to be creating that at a loss. And to try and create those kinds of projects on a consistent enough basis to make a difference, it's going to be extremely difficult unless you're actually throwing some sort of funding and behind it, making a big commitment financially to keep it going. Yes, but again, I know where the world's at, I know where it's going, I'm not stupid, and yes, your money is your money, and just because you're here watching this video and checking out this feed on Patreon, I'm not going to demand that you help me financially, but I'm just going to ask you, give me that a little bit of consideration, and I'll check in with you here, and I'll check in with you here with as much free content as I can, at least once a month anyway. But for now, I'm here. I'm going to keep you updated as best I can on some of the projects that are coming, and yes, I hope you will consider at least following this account now, but definitely do not back me as a patron right now. Your money is going to be needed in far more important places than right here for at least, I would say, the next year and a half to 2 years till the worldwide economy manages to get itself sorted out. Yeah, thanks for listening.